WJR.
Jason Schwartzman, good to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you.
What band is that?
That is my latest venture called Coconut Records. Coconut Records is the name of my band, but really it's me. It's myself. Songs that I wrote, I performed them and recorded them at a friend's house. Just very.
So you mixed everything, the guitar and the drums. And
on that particular song, my friend Jennifer is playing violins on it. But other than that, it's me playing the stuff, and it was just done as to make music for the love of making music, and it's been great to be able to put it out on my own record label and everything as well. So.
Well, what a creative family you come from, though. Your mom is Talia Shire.
Yep.
Uncle is Francis Ford Coppola.
Yep.
Who was born here in Detroit. And you were just telling the story.
Yep.
That his middle name Ford comes from Ford Hospital.
Yeah.
Tell me what happened.
Well, I know I don't know the exact specifics, but I can find them out. I'll tell you one thing. I'll find them out and tell you. But I know that my grandmother was pregnant. They were traveling through town. I believe my grandfather was performing here. He was a musician and composer himself, and my uncle was born here in Detroit, and so they gave him the middle name Ford.
For Ford Hospital. How about that?
Yeah.
And then your mom came back here too, didn't she?
Yeah, when she was a little girl, my grandfather was conducting Once Upon a Mattress, the musical, and Buster Keaton was in it. And she came and she lived here for a little while, and she told me great stories about seeing Buster Keaton rehearsing every morning, and just crazy, crazy stuff.
Now, Jason, growing up, when your mom was in the Rocky movies as Adrian,
yeah,
how much did you and the other kids do the whole Sly Stallone, Adrian?
Oh, we didn't. To be honest, my mom, to her credit, really strove to keep us away from the Hollywood kind of life and anything fancy and.
I see she really succeeded, didn't she?
But
you mean the bad part of it?
Yeah, I mean
not the acting part.
Yeah, I don't mean the creative part, which I think is the best part. I mean, like we weren't the kind of kids that grew up on a film set. We didn't hang around on movie sets. My mom really didn't even work when I was born. She made like a conscious effort to not work and to raise us. So my life growing up was very, very simple, based completely around my family, and we were all each other's best friends. I mean, my parents never even went out to dinner, and my three brothers, we were together every night, dinner at the same time. Very, very tight knit family, and the closest I ever got to movies was just we'd go to see them every Sunday. We'd go to see comedies, and I think that's when movies started to make an impression on me, like Bill Murray movies, Steve Martin. All the comedies, because we couldn't go see dramas. They were too advanced for young kids. So we'd go see comedies, and they just made such an impression on me.
But now you've gone beyond just acting. You're writing, too. The new movie that you're in, the Darjeeling Limited,
yep.
You're not only one of the stars, but you wrote this as well with Wes Anderson?
Yep, Wes Anderson, myself, and my cousin Roman Coppola. The three of us wrote this script. It took us about 2 years. And it was one of the greatest experiences of my whole life. I've always wanted to write something, and to have been able to have my first experience be with Wes Anderson, who not only is my best friend, but my favorite director and someone whose work I admire. And it was very a mind-blowing privilege and an honor to have been privy to the information I got to see. And we all wrote it. It's about brothers, and we tried to write something very honest and very personal.
And you went over and filmed it in India. It's about a train that goes through India.
That's right.
And from what I understand, it was not done on a sound stage where you'd have the effects that show the landscape going by outside the train. You're really on a train going through the hillside.
Yeah, well, basically, okay, so the movie's about these three brothers. They haven't seen each other since the death of their father. And since his death, they become scattered, heartbroken people. They don't know each other anymore as a family. They don't understand each other. And Owen Wilson's character, who's the oldest brother, it's Owen Wilson, Adrian Brody, and myself. Owen Wilson's character forces them to go on a family vacation to India to bond, to get to know each other as a family again and become brothers like they used to be. But of course, it all goes wrong when you can't force a peaceful family vacation. And it's a very funny movie, but most of the movie takes place on a train. And like you say, Wes was very adamant. He did not want to shoot the movie on a set. So they got a real moving train that we would take out every day into the Indian desert and take it 6 hours out and 6 hours back in and ride all around and see camels and elephants and monkeys and everything. And it was the first movie that I've ever worked on where if you were late to set, the set might not be there when you arrive because it would leave from a train station. So it was very fun and very
catch you in New Delhi.
The actors really got to bond with each other because there's nowhere to go. You cannot get off the train. So we really were stuck with each other, stuck in this little tiny train compartment all day long. And it was what I call a good claustrophobia.
But it was shortly after this, after you shot the movie, that Owen Wilson tried to kill himself.
Right, yeah. That did, yeah.
I guess that didn't go over so well in that little train compartment or something.
Well, he's doing very well now.
Is he? Have you talked to him?
I have talked to him, and he's doing very, very well. And
what happened? Did you have any inkling that he was troubled, or?
Oh, on that, I'm probably not the best guy to talk to. I think that in terms of Owen and everything that he's been through and is going through, he's really the best guy to talk about it, and he will when he's ready to.
Sure,
but all I can say is I've seen him, and I've spent some time with him. He's doing great, and I think that he definitely appreciates everybody asking about him, and he'll continue to make us laugh. He's my favorite. I mean, he's
good.
He's more than good. You know what? He's not only good,
but he's human.
He's bright.
Yeah.
He's smart. You can't believe how smart he is.
But my only question to you was, did you see signs during the filming of the movie that something was wrong?
Oh, I don't even. I can't even.
Oh, you
get
don't
into
even want
it.
to talk
Yeah,
about it.
probably best not.
That's
to.
okay. I mean,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
okay
No,
to
no,
say,
I appreciate. I don't mind. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you talk about breaking your toes when you came back home.
Yeah, I'll talk about that. I broke my 2 toes coming home.
Playing soccer with
Broke
no
'em on.
shoes on. Real good.
I just don't have the best luck when it comes to that kind of stuff. I'm the guy that's going to go to the soccer game and come back with 2 toes broken. That's me. I don't know about you, but that's me.
I hear you got a new movie, too, coming out, just as we talk about the Darjeeling Limited, about Ringo Starr.
Yeah, well, actually, I play Ringo Starr in a new movie called Walk Hard. That's a John C. Reilly film. That's a kind of a spoof of biopic-type films. But I'm only in it for a little bit. There's a scene where his character is like a Johnny Cash style musical legend, and he meets the Beatles at one point. And I'm Ringo Starr, and Jack Black is Paul McCartney. And then I have another movie coming out with Ben Stiller called The Mark Pease Experience. It's all about a cappella vocal singing groups.
You got some great partners that you're working with.
Well, to be honest with you, I never expected to be working. And this is more than a dream come true. I didn't even dare to dream the things that I've been so able and lucky really to do. And so I'm just so thankful. And when you say that, these partners, it's so true. Like, and I'm just like, I can't believe it. Like, that I get to meet Ben Stiller and I get to work with him. It's for me, because I'm a fan of movies and I'm a fan of music, and I get starstruck really easily. And these people make a big impression on me, and they're important to me. And so to meet them is really just wild. And I'm just so thankful, and I never expected it. But I try to work with people that are, everybody's better than me, but I try to work with whoever I can get my hands on, and then I can learn something from them.
You seem really well grounded and everything.
Well,
you know,
I'm just pleased.
Unless
to be
you're
here.
really a good actor and putting that on here with us.
I'm not
too.
a good actor. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, Jason, thanks for coming by. Best of luck to you.
Much
really
appreciated.
Nice to meet you.
Thank
and
you. You too.
Great story about your uncle Francis Ford Coppola and Ford Hospital.
That's right. It's wild.
Good to see you. Thanks.
Peace.